But yeah, to wrap things up, we're going to talk about the Donkey Kong Bananza Direct, which was really,
Yes.
really good. I was always excited for this. But I'm also
Right.
not a big Nintendo guy, and I'm not a big Donkey Kong guy. I've always liked Donkey Kong. I always thought Donkey Kong was cool. But outside of the very first Donkey Kong game with, Jumpman, I don't think I've played any Donkey Kong games. So I don't have any nostalgia for what Donkey Kong used to be. So I just thought this looked cool. But
Right.
all the people with nostalgia for what
Right.
Donkey Kong used to be were immediately apprehensive and kind of negative on it. But now this has kind of like convinced a lot of those people that, okay, this game is a lot more than they thought it was, and it's actually going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Donkey Kong broadly before we start digging into the details?
I am also not really into Donkey Kong. I've played Donkey Kong Country, I think 1, 2, and 3. Didn't really enjoy them that much. I get why they're popular, but like the soundtracks are the best part of those games for me, and not really the gameplay. But this was really cool, and I really like what they're doing with it.
Yeah, no, this looks awesome. So it was revealed at the beginning of the trailer, after a very Disney-esque singing segment, that Odd Rock is actually Pauline, and that she was like turned into a rock by the new villains of this game, which are called the Void Company, and their ranks include Grumpy Kong, Poppy Kong, and Void Kong. And yeah, it was leaked a month or so ago that it was Pauline, and that Odd Rock was Pauline, because Nintendo of Korea mistakenly, I think, posted it on their website. An image of Pauline in a place where Odd Rock was in previous promotional material. So it leaked,
Right.
but now it's been fully revealed, and people are pulling a Zelda and going like, "But the timeline, it doesn't make any sense." If Cranky Kong
Donkey Kong
was the
never
donkey,
had a timeline.
if Cranky Kong was the Donkey Kong in the first Donkey Kong game who kidnapped Pauline, and Pauline was a grown woman, how is it that this Donkey Kong, who's his grandson, has this baby Pauline? It doesn't matter. Okay, none of these games have a timeline.
Right.
They may pretend like Zelda has a timeline. Zelda doesn't have a timeline.
Zelda's time. I will never not dog on the Zelda, the official in air quotes Zelda.
They should have never done that.
So bad.
They should have never
They
done
should
that.
have never done. It makes no sense. And then also, like, it really it gives them a cutoff point for like making video games. Why would you like give yourself a cutoff point? And Skyward Sword at that. Like, nobody. I say this as a person who liked Skyward Sword, one of the few who did. Like, nobody is rocking with Skyward Sword enough for it to be the end of the timeline like that. Nobody.
What's the
not
beginning?
A soul. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. See, and that's another thing that makes the timeline really stupid. I can barely remember which game fits in where.
But yeah, like, if they're just like retconning it and like this is the story leading up to the original Donkey Kong, then that's cool. That's fun. And it turns out the whole time
Right.
Donkey Kong wasn't the villain, and Mario's the villain trying to kidnap this little girl from Donkey Kong. she was like hanging out with her friend, and Mario said, "What are you doing with that gorilla?" He just raised his profile. That's what happened. Okay, he saw a Kong and a white girl, and immediately thought there was a problem.
Right.
Just this white Italian plumber who was out here profiling Kongs. Okay.
Can't believe this.
But yeah, it's also revealed that Donkey Kong can transform into a bigger, stronger gorilla with a Kong Bananza, and he can also transform into a speedy zebra, a flying ostrich that can also drop egg bombs with Zebra Bananza and Ostrich Bananza. And there's also an indicator that there will be two more transformations in the skill tree, which there's a skill tree, which I didn't expect. But I'm excited to see what new skills will be available that enhance the gameplay. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they're in the section where you have the skills for the different transformations. There are 2 more spots for 2 more Bananza transformations. And if I had to predict, one of them is going to be a Kremling, which are the alligator people, like Ken K. Rool.
Yeah, probably.
And there are hints. The fact that they're hiding stuff. Ken K. Rool is going to be in this game. I don't expect Ken K. Rool to not be in this game. The question is, will he also be redesigned? Or will he just look the same? Because Dixie and Diddy and Cranky are in this game, but they look the same. Mm-hmm. But also, what other Kongs will be in this game? There's a surf section. What about I forget his name? What's the Kong Berserk's?
Uh,
Dang, I can't remember. It was just in my head. What was his name?
the one with the sunglasses, right?
Yeah, the sunglasses and durag.
Funky Kong.
Yeah, Funky
Funky
Kong.
Kong.
Is Funky Kong gonna be in the game? Are we gonna see other Kongs? What
Right.
about Donkey Kong's girlfriend? I don't remember her name either, but where's she at? You know,
Right.
are we gonna see Donkey Kong's father? We're gonna see DK Jr. They need to bring back DK Jr. and like now I'm invested in the timeline. Like where's DK Jr.? What's going on? Where is his father? Did he abandon him? Is he dead? Did Mario kill his father? No.
Actually, it's funny that you say that because in the original DK Jr., Mario was like a circus, like a circus ringleader. And the whole premise of DK Jr. was DK Jr. trying to get his father back from the evil circus man that was abusing him.
See,
which is insane.
I told you, this man Mario. Gotta watch out. He's the
Talk
problem.
about him.
He's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Luigi, get your brother.
Right.
But yeah, what do you think about the transformations? I know a lot of people, they're cool, but to some people they just look weird.
I think they do look a little weird, but I think it's cool in concept, and also the fact that they have a skill tree is really, really interesting. And it kind of calls back to like Donkey Kong Country, your animal pals, and I like that they gave it more of like a like you have more control over it rather than it being like an animal pal. It's like DK himself. I don't know. I just think that's cool, like a cool direction to take that kind of thing is. I hope there's a Rhino one.
Yeah.
In those last two that haven't been revealed, because it's like we've got almost all of them. We just don't
I'm
have
trying
the
to think.
Rhino.
I'm trying to think because I'm thinking like there has to be maybe like a water related one, and like the Kremlin could be that, like an alligator crocodile thing. You have a strong one, a fast one, a flying one, and potentially a water based one. So, and I feel like the Kong one is already kind of like fills the role that I feel like the Rhino one would. So it's like, what would that fifth one be? A snake? I don't know.
A snake would be cool, I think.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But you can also customize DK and Pauline, and these costumes will boost certain stats. But I hope there's a transmog feature that allows you to transfer perks between costumes, so that you can, look how you want while also getting the abilities that you want. Because it always sucks when you're stuck with certain abilities based on certain costumes, so you have to dress ugly if you want the best abilities.
Right.
And also, some quality of life stuff they showed in this. There's a way to, teleport between, or teleport, as they say, between levels using eels. You could go between the different levels themselves, but also within the level, you can teleport between different spots on the level, which is great.
A banger. Yeah.
And yeah, of course, a lot of people comparing this game to Hulk Ultimate Destruction. And I've talked about it before. If we got a Hulk game that was just this, I would be happy.
Real.
Like, it would be so fun. And I thought of a really cool idea. So imagine this. It takes place in the Savage Land. If you don't know what Savage Land is, it's essentially like you remember that movie Journey to Center Earth? It's like that.
Okay.
They like under Antarctica is this like prehistoric land. The game would take place there. That way it's still on Earth, because this is on Earth. The Savage Land. That way it's still on Earth. That way Hulk's villains could make their way down there and he could fight various villains. But also there would like some of the basic enemies would be like prehistoric animals, like dinosaurs and stuff. But you would have your little person that's with you, a little human that's down there, because humans live down there. And you're protecting them as the Hulk. And it turns out at the end of the game, it's not actually a real person the whole time. It's Bruce Banner in the Hulk's subconscious, because the Hulk was essentially created in Bruce's mind to protect him from his abusive father. So the Hulk sees Bruce as a child. So the whole time you think the child's real and you think people are interacting with the child, but the whole time child's not there. It's just a figment of the Hulk's imagination. And then the kid just transformed into grown man Bruce. And then the Hulk transforms back into Bruce. And it's cool. See, I got ideas. Okay, hire me.
That's a fun angle. I really like that.
Yeah, and also we need just the Hulk to be the Hulk can be various things. But something that he used to be that I think is about to be taken over by the Thing is a lot of kids' favorite superhero, because he's just big, strong dude, and kids like that. And they're releasing new Thing hands, like the Hulk hands, that are for sure about to take over the market right now in terms of toys.
Oh, for sure.
Because Hulk hands were fire. I had Hulk hands.
Every kid had one. I was about to say, I think I had a pair. My cousins had a pair. I wasn't even really into superheroes growing up, but I had some.
Yeah, yeah. Give me some Donkey Kong hands.
I'm saying.
um, but yeah, they. I was gonna make the joke that a lot of people are making about how they officially announced that DK in just a tie, he's naked. He's not wearing clothes. That tie doesn't count as clothes. He's naked.
Oh.
just just a grown monkey walking around naked with a little girl on his shoulder.
No clothes.
Okay, maybe Mario's right.
Okay, I was gonna say Mario might be a little justified. That
maybe
does look that's got bad optics.
maybe Mario saw that and was like, "Wait a minute, what's going on here?"
Right.
But yeah, this looks cool. Oh wait, actually, before we wrapped up, I did want to mention the co-op mode, which is basically just little sibling or kid mode, where basically your sibling or your child can just have fun doing random stuff while you actually play the game. And you could have
That's my favorite kind of co-op.
Pauline like scream and like actual physical words like onomatopoeias will come out and like shoot out and hit things.
Mm-hmm.
And that's cool.
It is cool.
Features like that are fun to just have kids be able to play
Yeah.
games while you're playing the game.
Yeah, like Mario Galaxy, where it's like you can shoot the star bits at stuff.
Yeah,
just for the kicks
and Cappy in Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this game looks cool. I'm excited. It comes out next month, June 11th. Pretty soon.
Wow.
I'm excited.